Hey gang, it's just me, Ghetto Mama. Want to see my ghetto meal? My diet ghetto meal? Anyway, all these are portioned out into a half of a cup. This is a half of a cup of fried potatoes. I don't I don't know what the calorie count is, but I know they have carbs in. Half a cup of green beans, half a cup of Bush's country style beans, and 2 Oscar Mayers. No, excuse me, ballpark. And they're 150 calories a piece. I don't know what the carb content is. Don't know. But anyway, this is what I'm having. Something simple. I like this kind of food. I need to adjust my lighting on my phone now. There. Much better. Anyway, today's not been such a hot day. Otherwise, it's been hot. It hit like 85, I think, today I seen. But for BS, today has been off the charts of BS kind of day. So I've been watching YouTube videos of people on diets, like myself. I don't want to call out anybody's name because I might bring shame to your game. Now, I want to address honesty. I get on the scale in front of everybody, faithfully every Tuesday, and I'm in my night clothes, and I weigh myself. I am very honest about how much I weigh, because y'all look at me. Can't you tell I'm fat? Would you like to know how fat I am? So me hiding my weight is not being honest. And some of the people I watch hide their weight. Trust me, the audience sees you, so they know you're fat. Don't hide your weight. You know, the better you are about being transparent on your weight loss and your channels, the more you'll become honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, then you're going to say, well, you know, I'm on this weight loss journey. I hit 10 drive-ins, ate 20 donuts. And how honest is that? You might be thinking that you're covering up and hiding to us, but you're covering up and hiding to yourself. It's denial, and then you'll never achieve your goals because you keep denying them. And that's not good. I mean, you know, you have to stay on this every day if you think you're going to lose weight. You know how bad sometimes I want to hit the McDonald's or get into stuff that I shouldn't have? Really bad. But if I tell you guys I didn't do it, then in my head, oh, I didn't do it, but I'm not losing weight. What's wrong with me? It's just a bunch of BS. So you got to be honest with yourself above everything else. And if you make a mistake and you eat the wrong thing, just keep continuing. Say, okay, so I ate a donut for lunch. Maybe a roll of Oreo cookies. So at supper time, I'm either going to cut back a little bit with the real food, or I'm just going to go on like it didn't happen and then not do it again. That Naturally, the baby's crying. Every time I'm on here, the baby cries. And some people in here say they want to quit YouTube, they want to throw in a towel, go on a break. What the hell does that fucking mean? Come on, girls, guys, whoever you are that I'm talking about. Why do you need to take a break and to get your head straight? Pull your head out of your ass. Quit eating all this shit that's making you fat. Portion control, okay? Portion control. You know, that's what I had to do. I had to pull my head out of my ass, too. Because I had my own head so far up my ass, I couldn't see nothing but cookies and cupcakes and whatever else. You know what I mean? So, don't say, oh, I'm going on a break for 1 or 2 weeks because I have to get myself straight. I'm quitting this, I'm quitting that. Come on now. That is not real life. That's not reality. Get your plan and stick with it. I'm going to give a shout out though to Back to Trubby. I don't know if any of you guys follow her or not, but she's a really big girl. She's losing weight real slow, and she has like highs and lows. Sometimes she gains, sometimes she loses, sometimes she stays the same. But she weighs herself in front of everybody, and she tells us what she's done that caused her issue. You know, she's a good example. She's somebody to follow on here. You know. I think she's going to do really well in the end, and she's going to stick to it. I'm going to do really good in the end, and I'm sticking to it. You know, and everybody don't have money to go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and, oh God, what's another? There's a whole bunch of these fancy food places. If you don't have money, just get regular stuff from the grocery store. But shop around the outside of the grocery store. Don't go inside for the processed food. I know you're thinking, well, this is processed food. This is processed food, but it's portion control. You know, if this was back last summer, I'd probably have 3 hot dogs on my plate. Probably more than a cup of these pork and bean things, because I really like them, and a big blob of potatoes and very little green beans. I would. But I am being more mindful of what I eat, being more careful of what I eat. I can't afford the organic food. I can't afford all this fancy diet crap. I can't even afford to go to a gym. But I'm doing what I can do. Portion control, counting calories, counting carbs, and not denying myself something. If I want chocolate, I'll tell you the truth. I have like a little pack of M&Ms. I'll pop a couple M&Ms just to get that chocolate. You know, I do like little tricks to trick myself. But I'm not going to go eat a whole pack of M&Ms. And right now, because I said chocolate, you know what's in my brain? I'm going, chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream. But you know what? Then I ask myself, how bad do I want it? Do I want that chocolate cake over here? Or do I want to be thinner and healthier over here? I think I want to pick the health and be thinner. You know? That way, I can have a piece of chocolate cake one day. Or if I did have chocolate cake here tonight, you know what I do? I wouldn't eat any of these potatoes. I would substitute something for about the same amount of calories and carbs. That's what I would do. But like I keep saying, sugar makes inflammation. And if you've got chronic pain in your body, you don't need that. And I don't need that either. Oh, and my beverages, Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah. Diet soda is not good for anybody, supposedly. But I've been drinking it for years. And so far, nothing's happened to me. And my doctors say, well, since you're kind of addicted to soda, it's better you have the fake stuff with the 0 calories and stuff than have the real stuff because it's just nothing but liquid candy bars. So, there you have it. I drink a lot of water though too. I probably drink more water than I do diet soda, actually. Well, I'll tell you what happened to me today. I had the guy come and spray the yard because that's required. My landlord, rental management people. Because I have 0 landscaping in my yard. In other words, I don't have any grass. I just have rocks and dirt. And there can't be one little stem of grass anywhere. So I have to pay a yard service to come and spray every 5 or 6 weeks. And that's $70 a pop, and it comes right off of my card, so they get paid. Anyway, so that's the first thing that happened this morning. And no, they didn't even warn me. They didn't tell me they were coming. No. It's a good thing I had my dogs in the house. But very inconvenient because I don't like my dogs running around out there in that crap that they spray, and I don't even like that stuff that they spray. I don't know what it is, but it can give you lymphoma and all kinds of cancer. It's not really good for you. I would much rather use salt or something and salt the yard or in the rocks where there's nothing that's going to grow anyway, because salt will sterilize the ground. In other words, the little seeds won't sprout. So, salting it. But I'll tell you what, if you do salt the ground, you cannot plant anything where you've salted it because you've just ruined the ground. And it takes a lot to bring it back. But anyway, so that was the first thing that happened to me today. Weird. Second thing that happened to me today is I thought I have a swamp cooler. I live in Reno, Nevada, and we don't have air conditioning. We have these things called swamp cooler. It's like it puts moisture in there because it's so dry here, and it's like a fan that blows with water going through it. So anyway, I thought the guy was supposed to come out between 11 and 1 for the swamper today. Had it in my phone, everything. So at 2 o'clock, I decided, well, I'm going to go lay down on my bed because my back hurt. And as soon as I start actually kind of falling asleep, not meaning to, the dogs start going berserk. So I'm like, well, the dude's an hour late. Now he's here. So I hurried up and got off my bed. Went to go talk to the dude. And I'm saying to him, last year the thing didn't work. And then when they were like winterizing it, they said it was rusty and this and that and reasons why it didn't work. So I'm telling this guy, who I think came to do the swamp cooler, all this shit. Okay? I'm saying, hey, the dude last year said it's rusty, the water thing ain't circulating, blah, 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 blah. And the guy's looking at me like, doing like what my dogs do, turning his head, looking at me like that. I stood there and looked at him back. And here he wasn't the damn guy. He had the same kind of outfit on, no name tag, nothing, brown shirt, brown pants, you know. He wasn't the guy. He was the guy from my rental place coming out to see how shitty my yard was, if I've been getting the yard sprayed, doing the inspection on my yard, and to turn on my water sprinklers. Can you imagine that? And that's another thing, because it's weird, because no notice or anything. What if my dogs would have been out there? No, I didn't appreciate that at all. So, he did his little inspection, turned on the water sprinkler, so now my water bill it's going to jump from $40 up to maybe $70 or $80, because that's what it does when they put the shit on. Well, it'll jump $20, and then when the air conditioner guy comes out, it'll jump another $20, because it's always running the water. So anyhow, the guy goes, the rental agency person goes, and then I went back to go lay down on my bed, and I'm like, hey, now it's like 3 o'clock. Dude hasn't came to fix a swamp cooler, blah, 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 and I'm thinking all this stuff in my head. So I called the swamp cooler place. And a real nice lady named Karen, she answers the phone. She's really nice, I like talking to her. I said, hey, I'm at such and such address, and I'm such and such. Why is the dude late? She says, well, let me find out. I'm like, okay, cool. So she goes to look, and she says, what time's he supposed to be there? I said between 11 and 1, and now it's 3 something. She goes, you're right. Oh, wait a minute. He's supposed to come on Wednesday, but she told me Tuesday, because I have it wrote down on my little notebook. I have it in my phone. He's supposed to come today. Well, she told me today, but she wrote down Wednesday, so tomorrow he should be here. So I feel like a real jerk talking to the rental agency person about my swamp cooler, especially when he's looking at me like, you don't know what the hell's going on. And I don't either, because I'm just kind of like groggy, because I just started to fall asleep. You know, like that little spot right when you just start to fall asleep, the whole world's good and peaceful and everything. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Bark, 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 bark. So I had to go see what the dogs were barking at, and it wasn't who it was supposed to be. But anyway, that's how my day's been. So, glad you joined me for my mukbang. We be banging on some diet food, I guess. And for y'all that's on your diet, I didn't mean to be a bitch. But don't give up, and be honest. If you're honest with us, you should be honest with yourself most of all. Be honest with yourself about your diet and stuff. And don't give up, okay? Do not give up. If I can do it, you can do it. Alright, gang. I will see you next mukbang.